You know, I think you'd have to be living under a rock if you weren't aware of the popularity of home renovation right now and all the popular renovation shows, and I won't name any of them, but I'm sure that if you're watching this video, you've seen one or two of these, and that popularity has bled over into the consumer public, and I think everybody's renovating their houses. People are buying old houses and doing all these things to them, but that's created something that's almost a bad word in inspections: flip house. And the problem with the flip house is not that someone has gone and renovated it. You know, we're all about people making upgrades and repairs to a house, take an old house, you know, bring the plumbing system or the electrical into modern standards. That's an excellent thing to do. But unfortunately, what happens is with any business, there's people that kind of try to cheat the system. Mm-hmm. And there's a term that goes around, and it's, you know, people put lipstick on a pig. And houses that are not really fixed up, but they appear to be. And you know, one of the downfalls that we see is clients get kind of taken by this. They go in that house and it's got new granite and paint on the walls and carpet on the floors, and they can miss, you know, what's going on underneath. There's a story that really ties this together for us. We did an inspection 4 years ago on this house, and this house was exactly what I'm talking about. How old was this house, Dad?
Oh, it was probably built in the 70s.
Okay, so, you know, 45, 50-year-old home. Everything on the inside was pretty, right? You walked into the kitchen, it had brand new granite countertops, brand new appliances, fresh paint on the walls, the hard new carpet. It had all this stuff. It's a beautiful little house, but it wasn't quite what it appeared, was it?
No, it wasn't at all. You know, really you can tell a lot about a house from the attic and from the crawl space. And in both areas, this house was, they had definitely just hit the high spots. Mm-hmm. I think it needed a new roof. Mm-hmm. And then there were leaking sewage in the crawl space. So there was, you know, there was serious issues going on with the home.
Yeah, the house was classically exactly what you might run into. They even went so far, they replaced the exterior HVAC system with something that wasn't compatible with a very old system on the inside. If you're not familiar, HVAC systems are split, and there's usually a component for the AC that sits on the outside and one on the inside, and they'd only replaced half of it. This is a big buyer beware for us as home inspectors, and we always cringe when we go to a house and you can tell that somebody came in and just quickly put paint and carpet in because it can hide things. So what do you think would be important for clients to know to avoid getting taken by a...
Well, I think it's extremely important when the house has been recently upfitted or purchased for renovation purposes, that they get a home inspection, that they make sure that all the systems are checked out. So, you know, I think it's critical to know that not all flip houses, that's not a walk away because it's a flip house. I think it's critical to know that there are some that are done very nicely. So I think that's an important point.
Absolutely. And anytime you see fresh paint and fresh renovations, I think we as home inspectors just encourage you to look a little deeper, ask a few more questions. You know, one of the biggest things that I would advise people to do is if a home has had a major renovation recently, find out if a permit was pulled with the county or city. That's a really quick way to kind of find out if you were dealing with a professional who was doing the repairs or upgrades.
Absolutely, and ask for receipts of work done.
If you'll follow these easy steps, check for permits, get receipts, and get a qualified home inspector out, you can avoid buying a house that's just lipstick on a pig.